Just giving Christopher Browell a call. No doubt he's not going to answer, but let me just leave him a message. Oh, he's answering.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for 07769247196. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Oh yes, good afternoon, Mr. Browell. It's Mr. Hussein here. Once again, leaving yourself a message. Today is Sunday, the 24th of September 2023, and I was not anticipating yourself to have. I anticipated to go straight to voicemail, but obviously you have your phone switched on today, so you have been receiving all my previous messages. Now today is day 48 that you have unlawfully kidnapped my brother and are holding him hostage in your care and custody without providing any kind of legal framework in place, fully under the understanding or in confidence that anything that you do require, that you can always go to the courts that you own and run and are in your back pocket, and go to the judges and get any order that you want, that you desire, that you feel that is necessary, and the judges are there simply going to be rubber stamping everything. But the bottom line remains that irrespective of your abilities to do what you please, today is 48 days later, and I have absolutely no idea where my brother is, how he's doing, what kind of position he's in. You have instructed and bought off the police service in order to put bail conditions upon myself, have me arrested from my home, as you have done on previous occasions, all acting with malevolence and nefariousness. And here we are, 48 days later, and you are holding my brother without giving me any access to him under bail conditions that you've set after having me arrested by instructing the West Yorkshire Police. This is simply not acceptable, Mr. Browell. You're going to end up murdering my brother as you have murdered everybody else. You cannot care. You have no ability to care. You can't even financially manage money. The easiest thing that anybody can do as a corporation is manage money, because you have external accountants, you have people qualified, but you cannot even manage money. The reality is that you were paying my brother or me indirectly money for his care through direct payments of £410.70. That was overseen by Mark Trewin, your financial manager, and they all kind of messed up because for 5 years you didn't audit it properly. So that was a clear malevolent failure on your part and mismanaging public funds. When I looked to whistleblow on this, everybody turned tables and closed ranks and turned tables on, targeted me and put me into prison. It just simply shows that you cannot look after money. Never mind looking after providing care for my brother. My brother has not authorized this. He's not sanctioned you to provide him with any care. You cannot simply get one of your friends or colleagues or pay somebody to rubber stamp that he lacks mental capacity, and that gives you the green light to do as you please with the person. That is simply a ridiculous position to hold, that because you want to have charge of the situation, you can do whatever you please by buying off the judges. This is why you were so emboldened 5 years ago to take me to court and try to have me removed as nearest relative. I still remain my brother's nearest relative. I don't have a court order in front of me that says that I'm no longer his nearest relative, and you the counsel or the financial director is the nearest relative of my brother. I am still my brother's nearest relative. You have not deposed me on this. You attempted to do this 5 years ago, and you failed, and you negated upon this. And now 5 years later, you've just come and taken my brother. I do not know what you're doing to him. You have no idea about his care needs. You have no idea about what his mental state is. You are simply looking to get your paper exercise done properly, so at least it looks good on paper. No one's stupid. Look, nobody believes what the council is saying because you got a piece of paper. People can make pieces of paper to say anything they want. No one's that stupid, all right, that they're going to believe your lies, that you just got a piece of paper that says one thing. The reality is that you have come and taken my brother. He's not consented to this without consent can't do anything, all right? And you cannot say we're acting in his best interest when reality is that it's evident that you're looking to take control of his finances in order for you to cover up your own failures. You've got no money. You're doing this actions out of malevolence and contempt for myself because I'm looking to highlight your failures. You can't do your jobs properly. I myself have been taking care of my brother and doing a fantastic job of it. Yes, the house was dirty, and why was that the case? Why is it that we don't have a tenancy in place? And why is it that in January 2019, when my brother was being discharged at a multidisciplinary meeting, why was Baljit Noto not there? Why was the council not there when we were looking to discuss the fact that my brother needs security of accommodation, security of home, financial security? He requires security. Only I can provide him with. You cannot provide him with this. Every single person that works for the council leaves the job over sooner or later. I'm here for until my brother my brother dies, hopefully of natural causes and not you murdering him. But I'm here. I can be here. I'm doing this job 15, 20 years later, 30 years later. I am my brother's retirement plan, just like I was my mother's retirement plan. You have no retirement plans in place. You simply state, oh, well, this is what the law says. This is what this institution says. This is what that institution says. You're meant to be public servants, or you're not serving anybody, are you? The reality is this, that my brother now, 48 days later, has probably not opened his bowels because when he becomes alarmed and distressed, this is what happens to him. Now he's going to have overflow, and now you're going to have
15 seconds recording time remaining.
Now you're going to have to be dealing with all this stuff. Mr. Browell, I'm going to leave a message every single day. I don't care what you guys are doing. You are abusing your position on authority and looking to murder my brother like you've murdered everybody else. Totally not acceptable, Mr. Browell. This is completely unacceptable. And I'll continue to leave a message every single day because you cannot do this.
Your recording time has expired. To leave your message, press 1. To review message, press 2. To re-record message, press 3. Message sent.
Okay, so that's about 6.5 minutes that I've left them a message. They're basically going to end up murdering my brother as they have murdered my other family members. And there's no repercussions to them. They can fail, say we're sorry, our thoughts are with the family, lessons will be learnt, and fail again and again and again, alright, no change. Or the government comes along and says, okay, we'll take this right off you and give it to another corporation which you control and operate, and it's the same people once again. This is simply ridiculous. They are refusing to engage with me, refusing to speak to me, refusing to have anything further to do with me, and yet they've abducted my brother from my care. They have no idea what kind of support he needs to be receiving. They can't even communicate with him. They can't even afford to get a translator because they think, oh, we're going to try to say, we're looking at the public interest. We're looking at the public interest because we want to save money, so we're going to exploit the labor of the family members to act as translators for us. All right, they've never paid for translation services. They've never paid for advocacy services. That's too much effort on their part. They can't do anything. All they can do is abuse their position of power and authority under the guise of acting under the Milgram effect, that we're the authority, we know what we're doing, we're the state, we've got full resources. And they're not. They're simply abusing the position of power in order to victimize and persecute and oppress people, and then look to say that they're the city of culture. This is simply ridiculous. I'm now leaving a message every single day. His phone was switched on today. It was not on voicemail. It was on voicemail yesterday, but so he's at work today, all right, and no doubt there's a crisis happening in my brother's case, just like I have absolutely no idea what happened in the last 338 days of my mum's life. I have absolutely no idea what's happening in my brother's case. I can't be an independent witness to what kind of care that they're providing. I cannot look to whistleblow on the failures. I cannot look to raise complaints on his behalf. They basically want a service, provide a service so they can have a checkbox exercise that yes, we've done this, so they can show the government that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing without any oversight, without any independent oversight. And any kind of independent oversight that they do have, it's one of their own friends, one of their own colleagues, one of their own somebody's on their payroll, and they can all just cover each other's backs and say, no, we were just doing everything that's required of us. It was just unfortunate that he died. The bottom line is that my brother was in the garden. He did not consent to being taken. They have arrested me for the specific purpose to abduct him. They were quite clearly looking, oh, do we need to get an ambulance? Do we need to... They just wanted him off the scene, and this is what they've done now. And now we're 48 days later, and everybody's whistling Dixie, looking the other way, just as they've done in my mum's case. I'm now bringing questions to them that they don't want to answer. They just want to look the other way and say, look, no, it's not our problem. Blame God. Yeah, let's blame God now. When the actions that you have done, you have deliberately put my brother into this situation. You have looked to take charge of a situation that you cannot control, that you have no authority over, and you simply want to do this because you want to make profit and gain. This is how you make profit, by looking to abduct people. Absolutely horrendous, absolutely disgusting, absolutely ridiculous that I'm having to deal with this situation, continuously leaving a voice message, degrading and humiliating myself. And they said, no, write to us, please write to us. So I'm writing, I'm sending an email every single day as well. They're refusing to respond to any emails, refusing to engage with me, telling everybody, don't talk to him, don't talk to him, let's just isolate him first. This is what they do, this is how they work. The first they will take away your income, then they will take away your savings, then they take away your assets, then they will take away your friends, then they take away your family, then they take away your liberty, and then they eventually take away your life. That's how it's always been set up, and that's what they've got. That's the narrative that they got for me and my brother. I'm sick to death of dealing with these absolute morons and not getting back to me.